most women are still only tapping into one level of their feminine energy. And this is keeping them stuck. This is keeping them from expanding into the new levels of love and beauty and joy and abundance and success that they desire and, of course, deserve. There's actually 4 levels of your feminine energy. And with each one, you expand into your ease, your flow, your magnetism, and all the blessings in every part of your life. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you what these 4 levels are and help you identify where you're at right now and the next level that's calling you. Welcome, my name is Saima Krawal and I am your Divine Feminine Mentor. I help women just like you to reclaim your Divine Feminine power, manifest your boldest dreams, to be and have it all from your feminine with and as goddess. If that is something you would love, then visit me at flourishinggoddess.com. Come on into the inner temple, sign up for my email so I can start showering you with gifts I don't share anywhere else, starting with a beautiful Flourishing Goddess meditation to open you to new levels of bliss, wealth, health, happiness, radiance, and your divine feminine. So let's get started. With these 4 levels of your feminine energy, the first thing I want you to know is that this is not a linear masculine path. So I don't want you to think of these as 4 progressive levels that you are going to be climbing or achieving. We're dropping the masculine. The feminine energy levels are levels that you are deepening into because they are all within you. So we are helping you to go deeper and deeper into the remembrance of the levels that you already inherently, innately possess, right? It's who you are. And my hope is that you have a remembrance to every single one of these levels. One or the other is not better than the other. They're all equally powerful and sacred. The first level of feminine energy is the healing, right? So we're healing our wounded energy. This is usually when we've had some kind of wake-up call. We realize that we are out of balance in some part of our life. So we might have this on a physical level. For myself, it started in my teens, my healing journey, and there was a huge wake-up call. All around me was the oppression of the feminine, all the messaging, right? Growing up and even just seeing body image and everything around the feminine was controlled by the masculine, and there was so much programming and also a lot of trauma that I had. It was stuck in my body, so it was showing up in all these hormonal imbalances and PTSD and a depth of healing that was required. So my initiation into feminine energy was with the goddesses to heal all the wounded feminine energy, the shame, the guilt, the self-loathing, the fear. And I'm grateful because those wake-up calls, those initiations are what helped me to begin my healing journey with the feminine. So for my clients, I've been helping women, I've been a coach since 2012. I've had the blessing of helping women who are getting initiated on this path. And what I love about this level is this is your wake-up call. This is when you are like, enough. I am done with this toxic pattern. I'm done with this pattern of burnout. I'm done with overgiving in my relationships. I'm done with constantly attracting unavailable partners or being underpaid or overgiving to everyone else. So you're beginning to realize where you're out of balance in whether your romantic relationships, your family, your relationship to money, with health, wealth, right? All these different imbalances, you're actually beginning to realize that either you're in hyper masculine mode or you're operating out of inner wounding, inner child wounding, and you have this realization that it's time to heal. So you are ready and willing and able to heal, and you want to do it in a feminine way, which is so powerful because while I myself was also very fortunate to have access to therapy in high school, which is so powerful and helpful, the therapy helped me to get to baseline. Like it helped me to get functional, but it took feminine energy healing work for me to actually heal all the feminine wounding. Right? Especially because it was lodged in my womb, in my body temple, in my energy. So it's an extremely powerful level. You're saying yes. You're saying, I deserve to heal. There has to be another way. Like, overgiving and burnout and all this imbalance in my being, in my way of living, or in my life, in my relationships. I'm no longer available for this. It's time to heal this, and you're ready and willing to go inwards and begin your healing journey of healing that wounded feminine and even masculine energy. So this is the first level, and it's very, very powerful. The next level of your feminine energy is activating your feminine energy. So this is where you're drawn to certain goddess or feminine energy practices and rituals, and you're beginning to bring them into your daily life. So could be meditations, you're obviously watching videos like this, and you have these day-to-day practices where you've gone from healing the wounded feminine energy, where now you've released that shame or the guilt or the fear and doubt, and you're beginning to reclaim your right to pleasure. You're beginning to soften, you're beginning to release the resistance and the blocks, around the hyper masculine, and tapping more and more into your beautiful feminine pleasure, your feminine gifts. So, like, for example, I have 69 right now goddess circles, and women who enter my world, seasoned goddess priestesses to women who are fully new on the feminine energy journey, they love these goddess circles because they help you to activate a specific goddess energy. Like with Aphrodite, you activate self-love, divine love, romantic love. With Lakshmi's goddess circle, you activate all forms of abundance, right? So what's happening at the activation stage is you are being called feminine energy work, rituals, practices, where you're now beginning to activate specific feminine energy gifts. Anything from your intuition, your sensuality, your beauty, your radiance, your fertility, your creativity. Right now in my womb priestess training, we're activating all the gifts of your womb, which includes some of these ones that I just listed, right? So you're basically being drawn to practices and rituals, and you're incorporating them in your day-to-day life to the point where with very quickly, like immediately, and then the more you do this, you're now beginning to see those shifts in your life. So you're feeling them in your body, in your being, but you're also beginning to notice some changes in your life, and you're getting really excited about the magic that you're activating, and you can tell, okay, this works, and most of all, it feels good. It feels more natural, it feels more magical, it feels more beautiful and empowering to have, this activated feminine energy begin to dance in your being and in your life. At this point, you still might find yourself, getting caught up in old patterns, but the good part is because you've done the healing work and now you're activating your feminine energy, you're able to catch yourself, and you have usually tools and practices that you can lean on to clear your energy or take back your power or come back into pleasure or reconnect with your intuition, right? So this is a really beautiful part of accessing this level of your feminine energy. And a beautiful, deeper way to get started is visit me again at flourishinggoddess.com. And when you join my email list, immediately you're going to receive the Flourishing Goddess meditation. I'm going to take you through all your energy centers, and you're going to begin to activate 3 sacred gifts through each of your 7 feminine energy centers. So 21 divine feminine goddess gifts through your gorgeous feminine energy, your body, your being. So be sure to get that. The next level of your feminine energy is embodiment. So at this level, you're beyond learning about feminine energy or just activating it. You are it. You are living it. It's a way of life for you. You are creating from your feminine energy. You are flourishing from your feminine energy. You are leading from your feminine energy. You're starting your day, connected to your intuition. You move from sensuality, from desire, from your feminine power. You day in and night in, you're just in this divine feminine flow, right? So the rituals, the practices have now become a way of life, a devotional path, and there's no separation between the goddess, the divine feminine, and you. You're not seeking her outside of yourself. You, even as you, like in my case, I love connecting with the goddesses and the different practices, mantras, and all kinds of different experiences. I have a lot of videos on my channel that I invite you to keep exploring to connect more and more with your divine feminine. But for me, this is embodiment has been a way of life for a long, long time, right? So whether it means living in oneness with your cycles, your rhythms, I take Fridays off, I take my period days off, my entire life is centered around my desires. So embodiment, like, it doesn't happen overnight, even though the goddess is within you, right? And you always inhabit and are one with the full, infinite, divine feminine power. It is a devotional path, and it's not even our fault. Like, the world is always pushing us, right, to be in masculine mode, to be productive, and still like condemning or threatened by feminine power. So it is actually an intentional, conscious, chosen, and devotional path to stay in your feminine to the point where you are embodying her. And then when you are embodying her, that translates in every part of your life as more and more flourishing, elevation, and expansion. You know, my clients, they've been with me since 2012 and they're still with me because they keep rising, they keep elevating, they keep expanding. And it's all through not a masculine level of achieving or keep going or pushing, but it's actually through more deepened embodiment of the divine feminine. And the beautiful part, what I love, is like, it's just a path. It's like a flower, you know, embodying the divine feminine. It's like a rose with infinite petals that keeps expanding, and it just never ends. And it keeps getting more and more and more beautiful and magical and powerful the deeper you go. And the fourth level of feminine energy is radiating feminine energy. So now you've actually gone beyond your own embodiment, beyond your own flourishing in every part of your life. You are now a channel, a vessel. I feel like the ultimate higher soul purpose for us women, like, we are so fortunate, blessed to be the daughters, the sisters, the embodiment of the goddess herself, right? Whatever your connection to the goddess. For me, I connect to the goddess on every level, but you are here to be the goddess. Like, if I can share names of goddesses like Lakshmi, Isis, Aphrodite, all the goddesses of love, of beauty, of abundance, of magic, of healing, of miracles, Kuan Yin, Tara Ma, Mother Mary, like all the goddesses, even Kali Ma, even Sekhmet, even the warrior goddesses, they are here for the betterment of all, right? They're here for the highest good of all. So it's like the most ascended, sacred, powerful, and benevolent state of feminine energy is to, when you embody the goddess long enough, you stay on that devotional path, you radiate the goddess. There is a magic to radiating your divine feminine energy. You are so one with the goddess in her source, in her essence, as abundance. You're no longer seeking abundance. We've gone from healing our wounds and our blocks. We have gone beyond and deeper than just activating our sensuality or intuition or beauty or creativity, right? Now we've gone even deeper than in the embodiment phase. Every part of your life is flourishing, right? You're master manifestress. Everything's beautiful. And of course, life still has its challenges, but you meet them from power and wisdom and grace at the embodiment level. So at this channeling, at this radiating level, I say you become like a high priestess. You become a channel. The high priestess that is really to be the channel, or the empress, right? It's like you're really, again, in the Awaken Goddess training, the final level that we say take your throne as goddess of 10,000 names, as queen goddess of 10,000 names. And it's not like this is some out there or woo-woo thing. It's all the goddesses are multifaceted, multidimensional, as are you. It's really like tapping into the full spectrum of your divine feminine power. So actually we do that in the embodiment phase, so that by the time you are living in oneness with all your inner goddesses, right, you now can channel love, abundance, blessings, generosity, and even miracles for everyone around you. And of course, at this point, your life is like a sacred offering to the goddess, right? You are, I know every part of my life and my beloved clients, we get to this place where every day is a ritual. Every part of our life, my business, my family, my home, everything is an offering to the goddess. Everything is in reverence, in gratitude. And so, naturally there's generosity. Like I've actually been able through my business to sponsor schools and educate girls. And, you end up being able to do so much more than you could hope, both practically, but also spiritually. So, Goddess, I would love to know in the comments which level you're at, which one you're most connected to right now, which level you're being called into. I will say, although, through my healing journey and activating journey, I am at the embodiment and radiating level. It doesn't mean that the healing stops fully, right? So, even when you come to the deepest levels of embodying and radiating the goddess or the divine feminine, healing is a spiral path with the goddesses. It's not linear, it's not complete. So, life is life, and there's always new levels that we get to access and deepen into. So, enjoy this journey, honor this journey, and see it as a welcome for you to gauge what part of your life. Maybe you are an embodiment, but there's another part where you really desire some healing, something else you really want to activate. You'll find lots of videos here at my YouTube channel to help you to explore that. And in my next video also, I'm going to be sharing with you the divine feminine healing journey, like how to actually get started in healing your feminine energy imbalances and wounds. So please do subscribe to make sure that you continue to access my new videos and binge watch all the other gorgeous goddess videos and wisdom I have here for you. And I really hope this served you. So let me know in the comments, right, which level you most identified with and where you want to deepen into. And like I said, make sure that you come on to flourishinggoddess.com, visit me, join my email, start receiving my beautiful free gifts and just beautiful new ways to heal, activate, embody, and eventually radiate your full divine feminine power. So I've served you, and I'll see you in my next video. Namaste.